Welcome back to Blind Man Morrison. Today we're going to be talking about the connections between your manifold and your carburettor, including this lovely phenolic Bakelite spacer. Oh yes. This is really important because it stops the heat transfer from your manifold to your carburettor. We came across this because we were looking into reasons why our lovely 1962 rat rod seems to be struggling massively in this heat, especially over about 26, 27 degrees. It just doesn't like it, and we're doing a lot of fault diagnosis into the reasons why that's happening. It does not happen in our other cars, so it must be very specific to that Morris. Anyway, so the connections from your manifold to your carburettor go, and we're using these uprated ethanol proof gaskets, and they seem to be much thicker than the original standard gaskets you get for this job, and they're green. There we go. So it's gasket, spacer, gasket. I usually grease the gaskets up when I fit them as well. I might have my bracket here earlier. That's the bracket which picks up your throttle cable. And then we've got a lovely carburetor, oh no, gasket. Don't forget the last gasket. It's 3 gaskets. And then your carb. And there you go. And so I do a side on view. Even though I've got the carburettor upside down, doesn't really matter. You can see how that all goes. There's gasket.
Do you want to turn it the other way?
Do you want me to turn it the other way?
Yes, I do.
Do you want me to film it again?
No. There you go. See, that's
right.
how it looks on the car.
That's how it meant to look on the car.
Yeah.
So, as you can see from this side angle, you've got gasket, spacer, gasket bracket, gasket, carb. Yeah, that's how that all goes together. And then you've got your air filter here, and obviously your fuel line going into your float bowl there. And at the bottom of there is your exhaust outlet on the end there. So that's it, it all goes together. And of course, when we were looking at the rat rod and see what's going on, we were looking at the health of this Bakelite spacer here to make sure that there was no degradation or cracks in it, which would allow one, heat soak that way, and 2, air when it's really hot to get in and lean the mixture up. And when your mixture's lean, your engine runs hotter, causes you more issues.
You can find that they warp as well.
They do, yeah. But there are different types of gaskets. Over to you, love.
Yeah, so we've got the green ones there, which are supposed to be more ethanol proof. And then those furs there.
They're thicker as well.
They are much thicker, yeah. So then what you standardly get if you were to buy them in most places is these thin ones, and they're standard. They are dark grey, black, and they're a standard fibre gasket. Those ones are quite thin. If you bend those, they're really bendable,
actually,
aren't they?
If I can put them sideways on, you see.
Look at that.
See the difference.
It's quite a big difference. Yeah.
And of course, if you use 3 thicker gaskets on here, you're actually pushing the carb further away from the manifold, which makes it cooler.
Yeah. And then the other option is this one here, which is a graphite coated fibre gasket.
He's a bit thicker.
He is a bit thicker, but the other thing with graphite is that it's supposed to cope with higher temperatures slightly better.
So you could put that one on the front.
You could, but also it's supposed to conform to small imperfections, and it's supposed to be better at sealing, apparently.
Yes.
So that's the difference with that one. The other thing you can do is get completely uncut sheeting, which is gasket paper, which would be like 0.8 to 1 mil thick, and then cut it. So you can go to companies who sell really high temperature gasket material and then cut your own gaskets out of it.
Yeah, and you can go for your own thickness as well, couldn't you?
Yeah,
so you could make a specific one for that in there, couldn't you? That one closest to the manifold.
You could.
That one there, you could make, you know, 1.5 mil thick or something. And that would push everything away from the manifold. And especially if it's a high temperature, non-transferable material, that's going to stop this even warming up. So that may help. I don't know.
Can we just look at the 803 and 918?
Yeah.
So this is relevant to both the H2 and the HS2, what we're talking about here.
Because they've got the same bore size. But over here, we have our lovely little, can you see that?
Yeah.
H1, so that's 1 1/4. No.
It's missing part of it, isn't it?
It's missing the bezel, and this is only 1 1/8 inch bore. So as you can see, if I put that next to that, that ain't going to fit.
Well, also it's a completely different shape.
It's a different shape, and it doesn't fit. So the 918 side valve and the H1 carbs had a different shaped gasket, and I think
a slightly different
the
spacer.
Yeah, so the spacer on these is 1/2 inch, and the spacer on the 918 and 803 is 9/16.
It is 9/16.
Slightly bigger.
And a different shape.
Different shape. There you go. But it's the same basic setup. Goes gasket, bracket. No, goes gasket, spacer, gasket, bracket, gasket, carb.
Do that again.
No. It goes
gasket, spacer.
Gasket, spacer, gasket, bracket, gasket, carburetor. There we go.
And one more for luck. Gasket, spacer, gasket, bracket, gasket, carb.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. It's too hot. It's 35 degrees in here. My brain's melting. I don't like it. I want it to go away now. So there we go. So that's useful. If your car is showing absolutely no symptoms and not struggling, leave all this alone. Don't disturb it. If it's working all right, leave it alone. I'm just showing you because we've actually doing some investigations on one of our cars. We wouldn't normally look at that. These phenolic Bakelite spacers generally usually being good nick unless they've been sat a long time and they've perished and cracked. Generally they're all right. Can you still get them from SU?
Yes, you can.
You can still get them
and from ESM and the normal places you buy.
Oh, can you? Okay.
Buy more stuff from. And the nuts on these, the nuts were 9/16.
Yes, and I think in our book, I think we might have said 1/2 inch because I think they're 1/2 inch or 7/16 on the earlier ones.
Ah, well there you go. To look that up.
I don't know. I have to check that out. But I think it's 9/16 on this one.
It was because when we did it earlier, it was 9/16.
Yeah, there we go.
And you're sweating now.
Wow, it's pouring off me. Yeah. See you next time.